Hey guys. Listen, I had some technical difficulties earlier, and then I had to run into a meeting real quick when I tried to go live. But I said I was definitely going to come back. Hopefully, you can hear me this time. If you see me diverting my eyes down, I'm looking at my computer and then looking back up at my webcam. Please, 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 if you have any questions or comments, please let me know so that we can go ahead and, I can answer as much as I can. And so, hope everyone is having a happy Friday. Hope everyone is enjoying this beautiful weather. I know I'm getting ready to go outside here in a minute and enjoy this weather as much as I can before I have to get right back to work. But I definitely, like I said, I wanted to go live today and talk to you guys briefly about going into real estate. I know a lot of you have reached out to me, have asked questions about real estate. You want to go into it, and I think it's an excellent career. Definitely an excellent career, but it is a lot of work. And so I want to just take some time to talk to you guys about it, if that's okay. Feel free to try to chime in. Feel free to ask that you may have. I'm here to answer those. Hopefully, I didn't too bad. I kind of see myself glitching. These technical difficulties, child, are not going to nerves today. Um, Hopefully, hey Vita, hey Tiffany. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, they got me stuck looking cross-eyed on one of them. Okay, all right, y'all. Trying to let some of these glitches go away a little bit. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so if I have some technical difficulties and I feel like this video is not going to be good, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the broadcast, and then I'll come back at home where I can hook up to my Ethernet from my Wi-Fi, because I know that the video will be good then, and so I don't want to have a messed up video up here and you're not able to understand me. But I think we're starting to get somewhere. So here we go. First of all, for those of you who don't know, my name is Tony Ringgold. I am an entrepreneur, as well as a realtor here in the Central Texas area. I own T. Ringgold Academy of Arts, where I am the owner, and I'm a vocal coach. I have some wonderful staff that are partnered with me, who are great teachers as well. But as many of you may know, the pandemic hit. And when it hit, I knew that I to think about some other streams of income. I'm always big on multiple streams of income. I'm also an artist, and a host, and so it would be easy a lot of times for me to make extra money, whether I'm performing somewhere or doing a show or hosting an event. I could depend on extra money coming in. But when the pandemic hit, everything kind of stopped. Not kind of, everything literally came to a screeching halt. Shout out to all of the musicians out there who are full-time musicians and are surviving during this time, because it definitely wasn't easy. And so, with that being said, I decided to do something that I had been wanting to do for many years, which was go into real estate. I've been wanting to be a realtor since I was probably maybe 5 or 6 years old. Well, maybe eight, maybe eight. I'll say 8 or 9. I got serious about it probably around age 13. In fact, it was my first major when I started in Austin Community College many moons ago. It was my first major real estate, and so I decided that when we got that first stimulus check, I took the money that we got from that first stimulus check and I invested it in myself. I invested it in myself, and I invested in my future, and most of all for my children. And so I went to school for real estate. The school that I went to is one that I definitely would recommend to everybody. It's the Real Estate Business School of Salado. Woo, woo. Shout out to Micah and her whole team. They're fantastic. We started our classes via Zoom, of course, because the pandemic had first started. I started classes May 8th of 2020. So we were in we did Zoom primarily. And then during the exam prep, I actually was one of those students who was brave enough to come in. I wanted to come in for exam prep because I do very well hands on. Even though the classes were via Zoom, they were very, very interactive. The instructors were great. Micah is just my absolute favorite. Again, that's the Real Estate Business School of Salado. And so if you decide to go there, you will see me on some of the material, the exam prep courses and stuff like that, because that weekend happened to be a weekend where they were filming for her interactive video that she's going to be putting out for the exam prep as well. And so I started there. I started May 8th, and I passed my test July 29th. I will tell you guys, for those who are interested in taking the course, understand that it is not easy. It's not one of those things where you just learn a bunch of definitions and then you go on and then that's that. The way that I passed the exam is I got kind of creative. I went and number one, I took a bunch of notes. Then I compiled those notes and then created my own little booklet in addition to the notes I took for class. I made sure that I purchased the exam prep book. I also made sure that I took the exam prep course. So, and I took those exams a few times. It's recommended that you be able to pass with at least an 85%, 2 or 3 times before you go and take that test. Also, keep in mind that it's not, again, like just knowing the definitions, but it's more so about understanding the process in which real estate works. What are the processes? What are the steps that you take in certain situations? So it was very, very helpful taking that exam prep course. I wouldn't recommend anybody take the test without taking that exam prep course, for sure. You want to make sure that you go in somewhere and definitely get that help, understanding. And another thing that I did is I went on TREC's website to the frequently asked questions. And the reason why I did that, TREC, if you don't know, that's Texas Real Estate Commission. That's where you get your license. That's how you'll be licensed through TREC. And I went on the frequently asked questions because I figured if this is a question or these are things that happen often, then probably a lot of what we need to learn on the exam would be in the frequently asked questions. I don't know, that's kind of like how my mind works. And it absolutely was. You have 2 tests that you take. You have your national exam, which is, it's 80, 90 something questions, somewhere around there. And then you have your Texas exam, which is a little, maybe 40 questions, a little under that. And so with those questions, it does the Texas exam is a lot more difficult because with the Texas exam, you have to really understand, and you have less room for error. Because think about it, the national exam is something questions, Texas exam is maybe 40. I don't even know if it's that many. And so you definitely want to make sure that you're understanding that. Knowing the Texas rules is very, very important. And like I said, you'll get a lot of what you need through exam prep, and just really, really being diligent about studying. Study so you can't study no more. All right. So May 8th, good night. May 8th, I got my good night. May 8th, I got my, I started classes. July 29th, I passed the test. And August 3rd, I went, August 3rd is when I started with Shine Tea. Now, this is where the tea comes in. What you must know and understand, real estate is one of those things that is, why am I glitching? It's glitching too much. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at myself glitch. Mm, it's bothering my soul. I'm sorry. No, Wi-Fi is tripping. Okay, y'all. I don't like this. Okay. I'm gonna see. I switched my Wi-Fi network. I'm gonna see if this works. I'm on a delay, so let me just see. Okay. As long as y'all hear me, I'm not really worried about y'all seeing me so much. I just want to make sure you're able to hear the information. So let me just check this real quick. Okay. As long as y'all hear me, I'm not really worried about y'all seeing me so much. I just want to make sure you're able to hear the information. So let me just check this real quick. Okay. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay. So where was I? Okay. So such a distraction when it's all like crinkly and weird and stuff. I'm sorry. So a lot of people, when you're picking your team, it's really, really important for you to really shop around and not just go with the first people that say, hey, we want you to join our team. Having a good broker is the difference between you being successful and unsuccessful in real estate. The truth of the matter is 87% of people, 87% of people who join real estate leave it within the first or second year of them being a real estate agent. There's also a difference between being a real estate agent and being a realtor. If you want to be a realtor, you have to join certain boards to be able to be a realtor. You have to join the National Association of Board of Realtors, the state, and then whatever your local area is. So for me, I'm a part of the Fort Hood area Board of Realtors. You have to make sure that, like I said, you really pick the right team. Because if you don't have the right team on your side when going into real estate, it's going to be really, really difficult for you to learn and gain the skills necessary in order to be a successful agent. So, for example, there are about 1,001 ways for you to lose your real estate license. Makes no sense for you to go through all that work just to have someone not really train you on the proper processes and how to work things. And then you find yourself in a situation where you've messed up or you weren't properly trained and now you are at a place where you can lose your license potentially for, whatever reason. Um, Another reason is because, sometimes you'll find brokers that'll say, hey, you don't have to worry about any type of commission splits. And that, okay, sounds good. However, they want you to take care of all of your fees, all of your signage, all of everything, and your independent contractor. That may work for some people, but for most of the people that are coming in and trying to start a new career, the reason why you're doing this is because you want to make some money. So when you think about all of the expenses that go into being a real estate agent, there's a lot. There's not a base pay to when you are a realtor or a real estate agent. Sorry, y'all. There's not a base pay when you're a real estate agent or realtor. You, the way you're paid is based off commission. And what a lot of people don't know is that just because you have a house under contract, it typically takes about at least 30 to 45 days, 30 being really quick, 45 days if they're ready to close immediately. And it could be longer than that depending on if they're getting a house built or not, for you to even see your coins. You don't get paid until that house closes. What does that mean? Okay, so say you're a realtor. You get a lead. You get someone who signs on to be for you to be their real estate agent or their realtor. So y'all sign a buyer's rep agreement, and you guys decide that y'all are going to go ahead and start this process. From the moment that you start, that's when your money starts counting down. Think about it. When you're going to show houses, that's your gas money, that's your time, that's all on you. So you're going to show houses. In this particular market, we're in what's called a seller's market. And the seller's market means that the sellers have the advantage, and you're dealing with in multiple offer situations. If you're on the buying side, if you're helping people buy, which is what I primarily do, I help people purchase their homes. And so you're gonna show a bunch of houses. More than likely, you're gonna write a bunch of offers just for that offer, in hopes that one of those offers are accepted. When it's accepted and it becomes an executed contract, then there goes the waiting game. But you have a whole lot of different parts that go along with that. And I'm not going to get all the way into that because that's a part of the expertise of being a real estate agent. However, there are many, many different steps that goes into the process of purchasing the home before you see any of your coins. So you have to be a good steward of your money. You have to be smart in how you spend, because if you're not, you'll find yourself in a bind. You may have a month where you close on 4 or 5 houses. You rolling it up. But if you don't have people in your pipeline and you're not constantly pushing to go to the next level, and not constantly keeping, don't get comfortable. You've got some houses under contract. You got some houses that are supposed to close. Because here's the thing, there are plenty of houses that could be under contract, but unless they get to that closing table and the names are signed and the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, you're not going to see that money. So you got to wait over a month before that even comes that way. Before you even see that. And then it has to be closed and funded. Then you get your coins. Now, once you start the process and you start getting those houses under contract, and like I said, you keep that pipeline going, constant flow of meeting new people, constant talking on the phone. You're going to do a lot of talking. This is definitely sales. Then you'll start seeing where that money comes in. But thinking that, I'm just going to hop into real estate and I'm about to be bowling, that is not how it works. That's not how it works. You got to put in the work. You see people that say, sold. And you see people say, multi-million dollars, like myself. I actually need to sit down and calculate again where I'm at as far as this year. I know I'm multi-million right now. I just don't know where exactly. But when you see that, it's like, I can do that. It looks easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. I would recommend, for me, myself, I have another stream of income. I have a whole business outside of this. And I would definitely recommend, if you're trying to make this your full-time business, to not just quit your day job and make sure that you have some money set aside. Right now, everybody should be doing pretty good financially. You have your tax money that's come in, you have your stimulus money that's coming in. I mean, this will be the time that you will say, okay, you know what? I think I want to go into real estate. I'm going to put me some money aside. I'm going to make sure I pay my rent up. I'm going to make sure I pay my, whatever I need to pay, light bill, car notes, whatever, pay that up, because now I'm going to take these classes and I need to make sure that I have some money set aside for me to be able to get to the next level. I am frozen right now. Okay, I'm not frozen. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my phone. I'm gonna turn my phone off because it's gonna make my nerves bad. But you want to have some residual income. You want to have not even residual. You want to have some savings, something that you can live off of while you're going into this business. Because this is not a business where you get money right away. This is a business where it's going to take you a little bit of time before that money really starts to kick in. I would say having the right team is paramount. I work for Shine Team Realtors. I work for the #1 Coldwell Banker agency in the state of Texas. We are #9 in the nation. I picked Shine Team. I walked in here with my Shine Team shirt on and was like, I'm supposed to be here. And the reason why is because I don't know. I used to pass by. And even before I was going to go into real estate, I said, oh, I'm going to give them my song so they can put it on one of their commercials. But doing my research, this company is not an easy company to be a part of or to get in. However, the amount of nurturing, I have health insurance. I'm just saying, a lot of when you go into real estate, they don't do any of that for you. A lot of these agencies, you are truly an independent contractor. I'm W-2. I have everything I need, just like a regular employee, plus the perks of making these coins. So for me, Shine Team was the answer. For other people, they may want to spend a lot of money paying for all these dues and MLS fees and all these other things, and then they may see a bigger commission split, or they may get all their that's on y'all. But the amount of leads that I get, the amount I cannot stress enough the importance of having a good team. Let me see what else. Budgeting, like again, you have to budget. You have to budget. You have to budget. Budgeting is paramount. When you budget things for, everything from your day-to-day life to anything that you want to do business-wise, you need to have it on a spreadsheet. When you do that, you really are able to do more with your money, and it disciplines you. The more money you make, like they say, more money, more problems. That's a real thing, honey. The more money you make, the more responsible you must be when it comes to your coins. You definitely want to make sure that you're accounting for everything, especially if you're an independent contractor as an agent. You have to be even more careful with your funds. Because you're not paying taxes. I pay taxes. I'm a W-2 employee, and so those are the different aspects as well. If I'm trying to think, do you like working in real estate? Oh, girl, absolutely. I love working in real estate, Crystal. It is so much fun. There's so much to do. I'm the type of person, I don't like sitting around and doing the same thing over and over again. If I'm doing the same thing over and over again, I get very bored very easily. And so for me, it's really important to be on the move, to have that hustle and bustle. I like the hustle and bustle. I like the driving around. I like the moving around. I don't like sitting stationary doing the same thing. That'll make me go crazy, like in real life. I'm a little ADD, I think, but I'm just a little too outgoing, and my personality is just a little too free to be sitting in the same spot. So meeting new people, going and looking at houses, going in, like, that's fun to me. it's fun for me to overcome people's objections. When people tell me no, I like to figure out ways to have them say yes, or to figure out what they need so that I can accommodate them and make it happen. That makes me feel really good. Some people, they're not into all of that. So them having to do that, it just make them feel like, ugh, I don't want to do it. And so yes, to answer your question, I absolutely love working in real estate. It's probably one of the best choices that I've ever made. And you do, you know, you don't necessarily, thank you, Christmas. She said I'm very outgoing. I've always been very outgoing. Um, you don't necessarily have to just be as extroverted as I am, but you definitely can't be afraid to ask the questions. You definitely cannot be afraid to get out there, put yourself out there, let people know what you're doing. Wear your badge when you're in the grocery store. Some people say, "Oh, where you work at?" "Oh, I'm a realtor for Shine Team." Have that card ready, because you just never know who you can meet and how that may change your life. And that could be $1 million sale. I've made the largest sale I've made yet, which was close to $500,000. I'm super excited about that. And that was a referral from a Facebook friend. So think about that. Just by me posting on Facebook, that I'm just saying, a lot of my business comes from social media. You can't be afraid to put yourself out there. And I ain't even gonna lie, I've slacked some because I'm so busy. But social media is the name of the game. Definitely continue to put yourself out there that way too. If y'all have any questions, I'm be wrapping this up because my laptop is actually about to die, and then I have to go do a couple of showings tonight. So I hope that this was helpful. Oh, this, y'all see this it. I hope this was helpful. I hope this helped you out in some way. And like, if you have questions, feel free to hit me up. If I don't hit you up right away, I ain't being funny. My life, I swear, is crazy. And so I'm working on it. But I did want to do this video because I kind of wanted to touch on a few things. I know I touched on a lot. And so I hope that it was helpful to you guys. And really kind of help you if you're thinking about joining real estate or becoming a realtor. This is kind of like what you're going to be up against. You're going to get, some days you're going to deal with crazy attitudes. Some days you're going to deal with people who just acting funny, rude, whatever. You're going to deal with certain things, but you just got to keep it moving. Take it with a grain of salt and keep it right on moving. That's with any business, anything you do. And so, yeah, I'm going to go home now. Well, drop off my stuff and go put on some tennis shoes because I'm going to be out in some dirt tonight. Yay! I'm showing land. Woohoo! So make sure, simple things too. Like, okay, for example, I got to go show land and stuff tonight. I have a real estate emergency bag, I guess you would call it. And I put everything in there, umbrellas, extra pair of underwear, deodorant, off spray, measuring tape, girly stuff that we may need, if you know what I mean. Gosh, I got a couple of things, toothbrush. I got a bunch of stuff under there because it's like a big tote because you just never know what you may need it for. And Clorox wipes, hand sanitizer, things like that. And so it's been very, very helpful. Definitely want to carry that, especially when you start showing houses. If you have, a little piece, I got a cute bag. You don't know what's in that bag, but try me. Try chill. Let me go. All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed weekend. I'm about to get on off of here and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.